A man was attacked on his farmland. He fought back to stay alive. Then the law decided to kill him for it. I feel sorry for the poor in Nigeria. I'm not talking about the fake pity you see online, the kind that people post in the morning and forget by night. I'm talking about that heavy pain that sits in your chest when you finally understand the truth. The system was never designed for people like us. We were told that the law is fair. That was the biggest lie we were ever taught. Living in a system like this is like playing a football match where the referee is wearing the jersey of the other team. No matter how well you play, no matter how honest you are, the whistle will always blow against you. A human rights lawyer once shared a story with me about a man named Timothy. It wasn't a shocking story. That's the scary part. In Nigeria, Timothy's story is not an exception. It's a pattern. Timothy was a farmer, just a young man trying to survive. One morning, he went to his farm like he had done many times. No drama, no fight, just work. Then danger appeared. Without warning, a headsman showed up. A knife flashed. There was blood. The headsman stabbed Timothy. Now pause and think. There was no police station nearby, no emergency number to call, no help coming from anywhere. It was just Timothy, his attacker, and the dust beneath their feet. In that moment, Timothy had two options: die quietly or fight desperately. He chose to leave. Timothy fought back. He overpowered the man, took the knife, and struck back. The headsman died. In a fair world, that would be the end of the story. A tragic incident, yes, but clearly self-defense. But this is Nigeria, where fairness is optional and justice is for sale. Instead of protection, Timothy was arrested. Instead of understanding, he was punished. Instead of help, he was swallowed by the system. Timothy was 24 years old when he was locked up. For years, he sat in prison while his case file gathered dust. Court dates came and went. Papers disappeared. Officials became uninterested. When a judge finally looked at his case, the word self-defense meant nothing. Timothy was sentenced to death. Let that sink in. A man was attacked. He survived, and for surviving, the state decided that he must die. While Timothy waited on death row, life outside moved without him. His wife was pregnant when he was arrested. She gave birth while he was behind bars. His children grew up calling another man father. For a while, his family tried to visit, but poverty has limits. The prison was far. Transport cost money they didn't have. Hunger doesn't wait for justice. Eventually, they stopped coming. The wife later remarried. Timothy was left alone, counting days, listening for footsteps, waiting for the hangman. Then something unexpected happened. A human rights lawyer visited the prison for a different case. He wasn't looking for Timothy, but when he saw him, he listened. He heard the story of a man who was being executed simply because he refused to die when he was attacked. The lawyer became very angry and decided to fight. What followed afterwards was another long battle, this time against paperwork, silence, and a system that hates being questioned. Motions were filed, appeals were ignored, offices delayed, years passed. The system resisted because admitting that Timothy was innocent meant admitting it had failed completely. After nearly a decade of legal struggle, Timothy's death sentence was finally reduced to life in prison. By the time his victory came out, Timothy was 34 years old. 10 years gone, 10 good years. His youth, his marriage, his strength, all stolen, not by criminals, but by the system itself. The lawyer later told me something that refused to leave my mind. We fought to save Timothy from the hangman. Now Nigerians must fight to save themselves from both the hangman and the headsman. This is the reality we are in today. If you loot the country dry, you get pardon. But if you are poor like Timothy and you to survive, you get a death sentence. In Nigeria, the victim must explain themselves more than the criminal. The law only favors the rich, while the poor are ignored. Today, it's Timothy. Tomorrow, it could be you. Moral lesson: self-defense is a right, not a crime. No one should be punished for choosing life over death. Justice delayed is justice destroyed. Waiting 10 years for judgment is punishment on its own. Poverty is a prison before the cell. The poor are guilty until they can afford innocence. The system needs a new referee. When the law protects the aggressor and punishes the victim, the law has failed. Call to action: we must refuse to normalize stories like this. We must refuse to scroll past them. We must refuse to stay silent while innocent people rot in prison for a crime of survival. Speak up, use your own voice, online and offline. Support legal aids. Human rights lawyers are the last hope for forgotten prisoners. Share the truth. Silence keep prison full and graveyards busy. Because in a country where the referee is playing for the other team, anyone can end up on a death row simply for choosing to live. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Stanley Chooks, aka Advance, aka Pink, the fine boy.